Most of our audience are entrepreneurs, people who are self-employed, self-responsible for their income. So talk to us about your vision of the entrepreneurial landscape, because we are seeing sort of the industrial age corporate monolith still crumbling, and the unemployment is still out there. And my view is that really the pathway for the future is kind of how we started it as a country, which is most people were entrepreneurs. They had their own trades, their own farms, their own businesses of sorts. And so there's this great reversion. Not revolution, but it's great reversion. So talks about what you see when you look at over the horizon to 2020 and beyond for entrepreneurship. I mean, inspire the entrepreneurs listening to put a little fire in their belly to go, I got to get busy because this is an incredible future.
It really is. I mean, there is no better time in the history of humanity to be an entrepreneur than right now. I mean, really, I am thrilled about the potential I have as an entrepreneur and all my friends have. I mean, I write about this in my book, Abundance, The Future's Better Than You Think, and I talk about in detail the technologies that are available, literally the fact that the world's biggest problems, the problems that affect billion-person markets, are really the biggest opportunities for entrepreneurs. You have the ability today to create what I call a 10 to the 9th plus company. A company that has the ability to touch the lives of 1 billion people in a positive way. You think about the fact that we all know of entrepreneurs who start a company. My friend Chad Hurley starts YouTube on his credit card, and 18 months later sells it to Google for $1.4 billion. Groupon goes from zero to startup in to $6 billion in valuation in 2 years. One of my favorite examples of the juxtapositioning between a linear company and an exponential company is, think of it as Kodak in 1996 had 140,000 employees with a $28 billion market cap. In 2012, Kodak is bankrupt. In the same year, another company that's in the digital photographic business, Instagram, is acquired by Facebook for $1 billion with 13 employees. Now
that's the changing tide.
The kicker is that Kodak invented the digital camera that put them out of business, but they failed to recognize the power of exponential growth. And they said, this digital camera stuff, it's for kids. It's a toy. It wasn't. It was the future. And so today, an entrepreneur can tap into such power. If you realize that on the cloud you can gain access to 100 computers or 1,000 computers, which you used to have been, you have to be the chairman of MIT or the chairman of IBM to have access to such power. Now you have that power. We're living in a day and age where it's really the passion that you have, the vision that you have, that's the most important thing. The tools, they're there. You can gain access to them if you want. And they're the tools that allow you to literally bat at the same level as a government and a large company just 10, 20 years ago.
Just sitting here, you've sort of expanded my own mind. It's like, when most of us create products or services, you're like, okay, can I get, a few hundred customers or can I get 1,000 customers? But you've basically reframed it, said, ask the question, what can I create that will solve a problem for 1 billion people? Because I have the ability to reach 1 billion people if I have a solution that solves a big enough problem. So it's like, take where your brain is focused on solving problems for 1,000 people, and what is the problem that 1 billion people have? Because the ability to access them and distribute to them is in the hands, at the touch of your fingertips these days. So I hope everybody else finds that same sense of inspiration from what you just said, because it's like, this 10 to the power of 9 idea of, let me think bigger about bigger problems, because I have the ability to address those maybe for the first time in all of human history.